Ministers from Ethiopia, Egypt and Sudan are meeting today in Washington, D.C. for crunch talks over the future of Africa's biggest hydropower dam, which Egypt says will deprive it of water it needs to survive. Talks moved to the U.S. after 4 previous rounds of meetings ended with no solution over the impasse to the construction of the $4 billion Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. As the BBC's Emmanuel Igunza reports, it's been a source of tension since Ethiopia started the project in 2011.
The world's longest river is at the center of a long and winding diplomatic route that some fear could erupt into a full-blown war among countries that share its waters. Egypt, Ethiopia and Sudan have been locked in a dispute since the construction of the Grand Renaissance Dam began in Ethiopia in 2011. Egypt relies on the Nile for about 90% of its irrigation and drinking water and fears the dam could lead to severe water and food insecurity. Ethiopia, on the other hand, sees the mega dam as being crucial for its economic development. 4 previous rounds of talks have ended in deadlock, with each side blaming the other.
Egypt came up with a new proposal and schedule suggesting that the dam be filled within 12 to 21 years. This is not acceptable in any circumstances. We do not accept it.
So how do these countries break this deadlock? The key lies with this agreement that Egypt, Ethiopia and Sudan signed in 2015. This clause in particular sets out the modalities of appointing a fourth-party mediator should the talks this week end with no concrete agreement. Despite the disagreements, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is confident that a deal will be reached this week and allayed any fears of going to war with Ethiopia.
We plan to reach an agreement by the 15th of January. Otherwise, we will continue with negotiations with the half of the fourth party that can facilitate the issue. You asked me about the remarks of our friend and brother in Ethiopia, Prime Minister Abiy, who said he would assemble 1 million soldiers to protect the dam. We don't need to do so with each other.
The US and the World Bank have played a key role in bringing the 3 countries back to the negotiating table. Here you can see US President Donald Trump with representatives of the countries. Analysts believe compromise is important in settling the dispute.
If both parties, for instance, can come to some compromise and meet each other halfway, there's going to be progress. Failure to do that, I think, is going to be increasingly difficult, especially for Ethiopia to accept, given the amount of resources they've invested in building the dam.
This week's meeting is not only important in deciding the future of Africa's biggest power dam, it will no doubt shape how other countries that share the Nile waters can benefit from this powerful resource. Emmanuel Igunza, BBC News, Nairobi.